Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Thank you all for coming today. We appreciate this. We want to thank everybody for coming today, and we're thankful for the weather. We're thankful that today is not rainy and it's not too hot. So thankful to be in wonderful San Antonio, Texas, and I'm thankful personally to be here. My name is Billy Rader, and I'm the new CEO of Guide Dogs of Texas. And I've got a new title here, head bus driver. So I've got a promotion already. I wanted to take a moment to say what an amazing organization this is and how honored I am to lead it. And to see this experience today is the mission coming to fruition. This is what we do and how we do it, and it's coming. We're seeing it come full circle today with these graduations. So it's a wonderful day. I'd like to recognize all of the Guide Dogs of Texas staff for the amazing hard work they do and the amazing getting this event. So if you can help me recognize the staff today. I'd also like to recognize all of our volunteers and supporters. I see all these faces out here. I don't know most of you. I'm excited to meet you, but this happens because of you. This happens because of the support, the love, and the passion that you give towards our mission. And there's nothing that's more powerful than a synergized group of people trying to solve huge challenges. So this is a wonderful, wonderful day. I'd also want to recognize one of our supporters specifically, Janet Delaney. She's here today. She's a wonderful, wonderful supporter. We're thankful to have her. And so I just want to say thank you so much. I don't see her. So I'm going to be short and sweet on the rest of it because I know we have a lot to do here. But the board of directors, in the process of bringing me to Guide Dogs of Texas, were amazing. They were wonderful people. I got to know them. They're dedicated. It's a group of individuals who are working on behalf of this organization to really, really take it to the next level. So I want to introduce Gail Hathaway. She's our new board chair and brought me into the organization, and I'm very, very thankful. And so, Gail, please come on up. Thank you.
Let's see if we can do this without making too much background noise. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
It is so great to see you. Thank you for joining us today. Like Billy said, my name is Gail Hathaway. I'm the board chair for Guide Dogs of Texas. I've not been on the board a long time, and so it was a bit surprising that I got elected to be the new chair. But I love this organization. I've been following it for a number of years. Before I joined the board here, I was working at San Antonio Lighthouse. So I appreciate those who have visual challenges. We had a number of guide dogs at the lighthouse, and so I was very interested in how someone would come to get a dog to help them with their daily activity and how it changed their lives. And so that brought me to Guide Dogs of Texas. See where the rubber meets the road, so to speak. Before I get too far into this, I want to recognize our previous board chair and previous board member and now part of the advisory board, Mark Zamzow. Mark, would you stand? Mark did a fantastic job as our board chair and actually was very helpful with our CEO search and selection. And as Billy said, I helped bring him on board. I was the chair of that committee, and we are just thrilled that he is here. We also want to recognize his wife Angie and his daughter Phoebe, who are somewhere. So I was part of the U.S. Navy for 28 and a half years, and Mark was part of the Air Force, and we have a number of veterans here and several veterans on our board. And one thing that we do in the military when somebody comes in new to the area, and especially in Texas, we provide them with yellow roses. So welcome to Angie and Phoebe. Welcome to the Guide Dog family. All right, I want to recognize some of our board members that are here. First of all, our Vice Chair, Gina Orman, and her guide dog, Ambassador Bombadil. I want to recognize our Resource Chair, JC Clapsaddle, and his guide dog puppy, Freddie. And I think Jenny McNaughton is supposed to be here, but I haven't seen her yet. She is our Governance Chair. And then part of our Facilities Committee, Luann Williams, and her guide dog, Keller. I am so grateful for our board. They're very energetic, they're very engaged, and I want you to know that they take very good care of this organization. So we take our responsibilities very serious. And I have 2 golden retrievers, I'm very familiar with this. So I want to thank all of our board members, those who aren't here and those who are here. Thank you for being here, and thank you for your dedication to our board. Today is about people. I know we all see our dogs and we're graduating our dogs and our puppies, but today is about people. It's our clients. It's our puppy raisers. It's our brood and stud holders. It's our staff. It's our donors, our supporters, and our volunteers. It's all about those people that make this organization what it is and what makes it so great. It's the only one of its kind in the state of Texas. And I learned earlier this week that it's a special organization because we actually serve individuals who are blind or visually impaired that are difficult to serve. Not just everybody, but literally everybody. We have a number of people on our waiting list that can't be served by other guide dog schools. So that's the reason we have a large list, is because we have special people on our list. And so that really touched my heart that this school is something special. So thank you for everybody that supports our school. For all of you that are here today, that are graduating, and all of you who support our mission. We could not do this without any of you. So thank you for all of your support and everything that you put into what this organization stands for. We have a big success. We have Lawrence this year, who's entering his 3rd year of our apprenticeship. That's exciting. We can't do this mission without our instructors, without our apprentice, and we're actively seeking a new apprentice to start this year. So if you know of someone who would make a great apprentice as a guide dog mobility instructor, please let Jamie know. And with that, I would like to introduce Jamie, our Chief Program Officer. She's the head cook and bottle washer and programs, and she takes care of all our dogs and all of our instruction. And Jamie, we're so grateful to have you, and I'm going to turn the microphone over to you. Thank you again.
Thank you guys for coming out. This is one of my favorite events that we have at Guide Dogs of Texas because it brings everyone together. As Gail was saying, it takes a village to get one of these teams out. But next we have our client graduations. So these are our teams that were matched up with their guide dogs and completed it's usually around 3-week course where they work almost every single day on how to navigate the world with their guide dog. And I'm happy to say, with our last graduate that just happened a week ago, we are still at 100% graduation rate here at Guide Dogs of Texas. which is huge. It means that every client that went on class with their guide dog graduated and was able to work as a working team. So good job, guys. I'd like to put a lot of it to the program, but there is a huge aspect of that with the client's dedication and hard work. We try and make class as fluid as possible, but as I was just chatting with a client the other day, should I even say it? There's like a class curse where just everything that could go wrong, and I don't mean with the dog, I mean like if your dishwasher's gonna break, your dishwasher's gonna break. If your roof's gonna leak, your roof is gonna leak. But there's something that happens around class where things kind of start breaking down, but and then every day going out and training, it's hard. It's hard to go from navigating with a long cane where you have a lot of control. You have a lot of tactile information being given to you, and then giving up your cane and trying to use this dog, and you're like, I'm supposed to put my faith in this dog. And the instructor's trying to work you through that, but I'm sure sometimes we sound crazy. But you guys just kept working, kept, going at it every single day. And I'd like to say, even after you graduate, it takes a little while to get comfortable with your new guide dog. We have several experienced guide dog users here. So I encourage you to chat with some of those when you get a chance, some of those experienced guide dog users, because they have gone through several dogs and kind of tell you the journey and how beneficial it is. But I could go on forever. I'll get on with it. First, I'd like to recognize Cynthia and her guide dog, Joy. Cynthia, if you can stand up for a second, we just want to give you an applause. She's in the back there. Amy's bringing you your certificate. And I'd like to recognize the Dallas Delta Gamma alumni for sponsoring and naming Miss Joy. Because of you, you helped Cynthia get Joy. And then also, Joy's puppy raiser was Nicole Lowen. So if Nicole can stand up, we'd like to, and the sponsors, if we have any here, can stand up. We'd like to thank you guys. There is no way that we could have placed the dog without the sponsors and the puppy raisers, as well as, so that was the naming sponsor, but also just sponsors in general for Joy with John Cranford, Ginger Copeland, Tate Johnson, Santikos, David Holmes, Patricia McHarg, North San Antonio Lions Club. Joy has a lot of sponsors. Dr. Michael Lambert, Elizabeth Hepp, Lennon Gentry, and Eleanor Decker. So if any of you guys are here, thank you so much. You have a lot of support behind you. That's a lot of sponsors. So that's exciting. And then the team was trained by Amy Zamora, and Joy's brood, or her mom, I guess I won't call her the brood, is Grace. The brood holder is Jenna Krasinski. The stud holder is, the stud is Jax. And then the stud holder is Alan and Cheryl Snyder. So, good job, guys. So next we have Judy and Indy. Judy, if you can stand up for just a second, we want to recognize you. Indy was named by T Systems in Houston, puppy raised by Anna Hepp, and the Borders, it must have been a cute photo. Borders are Karen von Derbergy, Mark Schwartz, Ann Hunt, and Bagnall. So if any of you guys are here, can you all stand up and show your support for the dog y'all helped? All right, and Indy's mom was was Dottie from Guide Dogs of America, and her dad was Gunner. All right, next we have Bianca and Jack. I don't believe I saw them here today, but we still want to recognize them. And Jack was named by Dallas Delta Gamma alumni, and then puppy raised by Karen Scheifert. And the boarders were Carrie Laney, Kim Thorpe, Debbie Pruitt, Dawn Mason, and Mark Schwartz. So if any of you guys are here, if y'all could stand up, we'd like to thank you for everything you've done for Jack. The sponsors were John Cranford, Ginger Copeland, Tate Johnson, Santikos. Oh, this is another J Dogs. That's why I should have so many sponsors. David Holmes. Yeah, there's only 2 of them. Patricia McHart, North San Antonio Lions Club, Dr. Michael Lambert, Elizabeth Hepp, Lillian Gentry, and Eleanor Decker. So thank you guys for supporting the J Litter, because you just saw the J Litter. There's 2 of them. The smaller litter. And of course, his parents were the same as Joy's. So mother was Grace, father was Jax. Next we have Luann and Keller, her guide dog Keller. So if Luann, you could stand up. And Keller was named by Keller Williams Realty and Texas State Optical. So if you're wondering where he got his name from. And then the puppy raiser is Mike von Schomburg. I hope I said that right. So thank you, Mike. Your boy loves you very, very much. And the boarders, he was also a boarder as well as Janet Maloney, Gail Walden, and Ed Harlow. And then the sponsors, well, it was Keller Williams. So then Keller was trained by Sandy Merrill, Jamie Massey, and Lawrence Salusta. He had a whole team behind him. And the brood was Cora, if anyone knows Miss Cora, and the stud was Austin. Next is Janet and Lily. Unless they came in a little later, I didn't see them before it started. But we're recognizing Janet and Lily. Lily was named by the Argo Group. The puppy raiser was Annette Hennessy and the Hennessy family. Boarders Robert and Evelyn Nettleship, Cheryl Mady, Karen Vonderbergy, Carrie Laney. So if any of you guys are here, please stand up. We'd love to thank you for your help with Miss Lily. Miss Lily for some reason. And then sponsored by the Argo Group, trained by Sandy Merrill. Mother of Lily is Grace, and stud is Jax. Lots of graduates. This is awesome. I love that we have so many to announce. And next we have Melissa and Liam. They are out in the Houston area, so they weren't able to join us today, since we do place dogs all across this huge state. But we'd like to recognize them. And Melissa's on TikTok, so if you ever want to see fun, like, TikTok videos of Liam, come find me. I have her, I can share her tag. What do you call it? I don't know. I'm not familiar. What is it on TikTok? I don't know. So, Liam is named by the Argo Group. His puppy raisers was the Dominguez unit from our Positive Approach program. Alan and Cheryl Snyder, Annette Hennessy. And then his boarders were Sherry Miller, Ritana Sanka, Devana, oh, I'm the worst with names. If I'm murdering your name, I'm so sorry. Surjeth, Debbie Pruitt, Gail Walden, Shaquila Carter, Ann Hunt, Emily Ellis, and Marcilla Montes. And so if any of you guys are here, can you please stand up? And then you'll have to tell me later if I'm remembering your names. I need to work on it. And then Melissa and Liam were trained by Lawrence, And Liam's mother was Grace, and her father was Jax. All right, so next, these guys are here. Ricky and her guide dog Levi. So if you can stand up, we'd like to recognize you. Love it and done, Levi. Levi was sponsored by the Argo Group, puppy raised by Kevin Templeman, JC Clapsaddle, and his boarders were Don Mason. So if you guys could stand up, we would like to recognize you for your help. And isn't it Levi that's on, I don't know if anyone's wearing the shirt. I was trying to spot it, but he's kind of famous. Oh, there's some shirts back there. See there? That's Levi.
Oh yeah, nice.
Famous Mr. And then Levi and Ricky were trained by Lawrence Salusta, and Levi's mom was Grace, and his stud was Jax. So I'm excited for that team as well. And then lastly, but not least, because she just graduated, we said 1 week ago, I said 1 or 2 weeks. So brand new team here with us today. We have Phoebe and her guide dog, Laura. So if you can stand up. And because she's an L-litter, she was sponsored and named by the Argo Group as well. Puppy raiser was Aubrey Lee and Brian Swack, I think, and they're in Houston, so I don't know if they came today. But Laura and Phoebe were trained by Lawrence Salusta, and then of course Mom and Dad, Grace and Jax. Again, I want to just thank everyone here for all of the effort that you have put in to help make these teams happen. We can't do it without you, and I can't stress that enough. There's no way like the staff can take all these puppies home and give them all of the training and socialization that they need. We can't fund these teams. We need every single one of you. So thank you for making these teams happen. Next, I would like to recognize our puppy program graduates and our apprenticeship program. So we had 2 dogs that came in, and we have a few more that we're gonna have coming in this year. But one of them is actually out in the Houston area. Sandy Merrill is on class. So we had a team that they'll be on the next graduation, but Luke's out on class with Sandy right now. So the last L-litter, that'll be all the L-litters out at that point. So good for them. There was a lot of them. But she has Mark. So Mark went out, and she's training Mark out in the Houston area while she's on class. But Mark was named by the Houston Delta Gamma alumni, and then puppy raised by John and Lana Reynolds. Mark's boarder is Sandy Merrill and Ed Harlow, so it sounds like the instructor just loves him enough he's just going to stay with her. And then the sponsors were Mark and Andrea Melcher, and of course I said Sandy's the GDMI, and then the brood was Cora, and the stud is Austin, so we love you, Mark. And then next we have Merlot. Merlot came into advanced training. He was named by the Houston Delta Gamma alumni. Puppy Raisers was the Positive Approach program, and Gabrielle Herrera and Sarah Walker. So if any of you are here for Mark or Merlot, can you please stand up? We'd like to recognize you. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the Apprentice Program. So Gail was kind of mentioning we have kind of an opening for that. So our Apprentice Program, we used to be about 4 years, but now it's gone down to 3 years. We're trying to fast track it because there is a worldwide shortage on instructors. So it's an awesome career. So if anyone's interested, It is a career field where you can grow and stay in it your whole life, so if you want to kind of move up, but it's an awesome field. So if you want to chat with me at any point about what it's like, please pull me to the side. I'd love to talk to you about it. I'd also like to recognize a group that is our buddy program. I didn't see if any of you guys are here, but sometimes our dogs do not become guide dogs for whatever reason. Sometimes it's health. Sometimes it might be something with the temperament, but they're still beautiful dogs. It just takes a very specific temperament to become a guide dog. And some of those guys go into our buddy program. The way I like to kind of talk about our buddy program is it can be kind of like a guide dog readiness program. So to be qualified for a guide dog here at Guide Dogs of Texas, you have to be at least 17 years of age. So for anyone under 17, they would qualify for our buddy dog program, where they can start to learn about the care of a guide dog, like how to communicate with your dog, kind of find out if maybe guide dog ownership is something they even want. But it's kind of a learning process. So that way when they become 17, they have a clearer idea on, okay, if I want a guide dog, don't want a guide dog, what all it takes. If we have any of our buddy dogs, if y'all could stand up. I don't know if I saw any. And then the other career field that we have is our ambassador program. So we have a group of volunteers that wait for one of our rehomed dogs, and then we'll rehome a dog, and then they become a guide dog ambassador. So we have limited staff here at Guide Dogs of Texas, but there's a great need for education and bringing awareness to our program. So that means lots of school events and community events and just you name it, events in general. And we need volunteers that can go out with our dogs, our ambassadors, and talk about Guide Dogs of Texas. So if we have any of our ambassadors here, I'm eyeing one. If y'all could stand up so we can thank you. And I'm always roping clients into being ambassadors as well. I saw Judy does it. So if you guys ever want to kind of talk about your experience, we'd love to have clients, puppy raisers, really anyone with a dog. If you are interested in the ambassador program, please let us know. All right, so next I'm going to introduce Martha, our early canine program manager, and she's going to come up and do the next part. I do want to take a second to say Martha is amazing. She oversees the breeding program, usually kind of around 30 puppies. It's a lot of puppies. And she gives us beautiful dogs. So by the time they're coming into advanced training, they are just so fun to train. So she's done an excellent job. And thank you for getting us good dogs. Thank you.
Actually, Nami is the puppy raisers and the sitters and the people who help in the nursery, because, as you know, you help in the nursery, we start the third day doing development exercises. So we start right away. We don't give a break to these puppies. But like Jamie said, my name is Martha Menchaca, and I oversee the puppies and the breeding program. So the purpose or the goal of the puppy program is to prepare the dog for advanced training. So like she said, I don't want to send dogs that need to be trained. I want them to be already trained for them to do the serious stuff. Like I told the kids when I go to presentations, it's like they are in high school and I'm sending them to college. And, I want them prepared. So I'm not gonna do it by myself. I need the help of the puppy raisers. They are wonderful, incredible, and really patient with me. So I'm really thankful for them. So our puppy raisers are volunteers. to raise a puppy from 8 weeks until they go to advanced training. And what they do, they help me socialize the puppies. They teach them basic obedience, house manners, because we want a puppy who knows how to behave at home too. And also expose them or introduce them to different environments that the puppy may encounter as a guide dog. So we want them well prepared. This week was volunteer week, appreciation week, right? Yay! So we just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for all your commitment, for your dedication, for your support to our mission. Without you, we cannot do it. Last year, exactly the last day of the year, December 31st, the cute puppies arrived. We had 3 cuties, 3 cute puppies, and I always say we closed the year right, and I want to introduce them to you. But before I do that, I cannot do the nursery without my helpers. So see you help me during the cute litter. See you help in the nursery during the cute litter. Can you stand up? I just want to acknowledge you. So they help me feeding, cleaning, washing, you name it. They are willing to help. So, like I say, we had the cute litter in December. The mom is Luna. The dad is Nicho. And Nicho came from Southeastern Guide Dogs. Luna is his last litter, and I want to ask Karen see she can come in from. Can you come? So Luna is an excellent mom. She has the old puppies, and you can see some of the old puppies and say hi to them. They learning how to greet politely. And then she has the cute litter. So Miss Luna is retired, but she's ready to keep working and keep serving. So I'm excited for everything she has ahead of her. So come, way to go, Luna. Luna say, I'm free. I know how to do what you guys do it. I don't think the cute leader was sponsored by Merlot, and I know she's here. With the cute puppies coming here. So I want to ask Mary Kwan to kind of help me conduct the cute puppies. I know she's here. She is the cute leader sponsor. Can you come so you can help me? Thank you. You're gonna help me induct the puppy.
I'd address him.
So first we have Miss Q, and Miss Q is over there. All my puppies stay outside. So can Miss Q come? Yeah. So I would say that Miss Hughes is independent. When she was in the nursery, she was always by herself on the side. The two brothers were together academy, and she was on the side. She also quick to learn and confident. I think you can see she's really confident.
All right, thank you.
It's okay, Jessica. Jess, are you good with this?
Okay. Go ahead and get right in front. Yeah, I think you might have
Did you take a picture?
all right.
Trying to keep Laura out of it. Next, we have Cutie. Cutie also is ready to learn, always quick to learn. He's playful and friendly. He's socialized. This is good.
Yeah.
Let's do it this way, so we leave Laura.
Did you see her posing? She was like tracking it.
Cutie puppy raiser is Jen Cardenas. Thank you. And then we have Queen. Guide of Texas is part of the breeding cooperation with other schools in Canada, in the United States and Canada. And this leader was with cooperation of guide dogs, Southeastern guide dogs. So Queen was elected as a thank you for helping us and cooperating with us. She's gonna go back to Florida. So we're gonna induct it to this way, Mike. So Quinn is right now, we're just taking care of them for the school. And he's gonna go to Florida in May. So Florida, they use some bandana in the puppy, so we're gonna put this bandana. Thank you. And thank you to everyone who's been helping me, taking care of him while he's taking his new home. So like you can see, volunteers are so important for us. We cannot do it without you. That I cannot stop saying that we cannot do it without you. I tried in COVID and it was hard. I love it, but I prefer it with you. So I was looking for puppy raisers, puppy sitters, boarders, and people who help us in the nursery. So if you know someone, please send it to Jess, our new team. Where is Jess? Yeah! really nice. He loves it.
Well, there's something on, no?
Sorry, that's my notes. So, we had a special guest today, and it's Freddie and his puppy raiser, JC. JC also part of our board, and he's just gonna talk to you a little bit more about what it is to be a puppy raiser.
I got Freddie because Freddie is 100 pounds. And I'm supposedly stronger and bigger than Freddie. Okay, it's all in happening. I'm going to talk to you about what it's like to raise and puppy sit. So I got into this. Martha, do you want to take him? I watch her get thrown out of my face. So Freddie, well, I should back up. It was a couple of years ago, and I was sitting at another nonprofit's meeting in the front row, because nobody sits in the front row anywhere. And in walks Jamie with a dog. And I didn't know anything about guide dogs of Texas. I didn't know anything about Texas. I was new here. But I asked her, what are you doing? She told me about the mission. She told me about the dogs, and I just loved the idea. And she said, you could do this too. All you have to do is you start out puppy sitting. It could be an hour, it could be an afternoon, but this is easy. And I went home and thought about it, called the next day, and within a week, I had my first puppy. And I just babysat it for an afternoon. I took it to one of the microbreweries downtown. I thought if this dog ever gets assigned to a blind person, hopefully they like beer. And I was just, I'm very thoughtful that way. So I'm down there, and the whole time I was there, everybody was coming up. It was a little puppy. It was only about 4 months old, and it had the blue vest on it. And I spent the whole time just talking with people about guide dogs of Texas. And when you talk about guide dogs of Texas, you're also making people aware of what it's like to be blind or disadvantaged. And it was just an awesome, I realized, God, what a great public relations thing puppy sitting is. It was so easy, and it was only one afternoon. And then I did it again for a couple of days. And then I did it again, and I wanted to expose dogs to all the wineries in Hill Country. Don't thank me. And all of a sudden, I get a call saying, we need you to take care of Levi now for the next year or so. So Kevin Templeman and his family was taking care of Levi, and then we swapped out, and what I thought was just going to be, actually I just thought it was going to be a couple of weeks, but it was so easy and so wonderful, and it ended up being 9 months. So then I realized I can do this. And I've got Freddie, so maybe you don't think I can do this. You saw But I realize as I'm walking around with this dog, constantly talking about guide dogs of Texas, constantly doing this, the most embarrassing thing happens to me. People come up to me and they say, oh, you're so wonderful. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your sacrifice. Thank you for what you do. And it stops me in my tracks because, my God, I feel so selfish and so special to be able to do this. I'm thankful. Every day I wake up with this 10-pound head on my bed waiting for me to open my eyes, and when I do, a tail starts going back and forth. He gets me out, he gets me social, and it's just love. Every minute of training one of these guys is just kindness, love. If it doesn't work the first time, give it a break, come back and start over. And I start to realize I was in the military for 25 years as a commander, and I wish I had been the kind of commander I was as I am a puppy raiser, because I would have been far more gentle, far more forgiving, far more of a teacher instead of a boss. And when you've got one of these beautiful beings in your home, you are your best person ever. And when you're in public, you're the best representative to Guide Dogs of Texas. So this is easy. This is fun. And I don't like being thanked for it because I have gotten far more out of being part of Guide Dogs of Texas than I've ever contributed to it. So hopefully you feel the same way and might want to do the same thing. So thank you.
Thank you.
Stand back.
puppy raisers to stand up one by one. And can you go to the bench right there with the trees? We want to take a group picture. Until you were suitor, we also want you there. We want also the breeder team. I know the P mom is here, and yay, she's Katie mom. She's one of our brooders, and we had. Before I let everybody go. We had 3 females in our breeding department. Nala and also her puppy raiser, brood holder is here. Say hi. That's Jean. We had Karen, who has Luna, who's now retired. And the stud, we had Jax. And the stool holders are Alan and Cheryl. And we had Gunnar. And his stool holders are Emily. Counselors, okay. So, after we take the picture with the puppy raisers in the tree, Reina, you want to go tell them where? We had a special gift for you from the board. So, they're right here, and it's going to be waiting for you, and she's going to be passing it to you. So, remember, go to the tree, take the picture, come back for your gift. Don't leave your gift in here. And that's it. Thank you so much. Yes.
All right, well, thank you very much. We are concluding the event, but stick around.
Oh, wait, we need to read the puppy raisers' names. Yeah, let's read the names one at a time so we can.
We're going to pretend that didn't happen.
Yeah.
My fault, I get so excited.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Okay. Jean and Cheryl Miller with Max. Jane Gerard with Maury. Brian Spigwack with Merlot. Jenny Fraga with Anchor. JC with Freddie. Kevin Templeman with Tyndall. Paul Stephen with Kelly. Ron Huner with Blair. Patty McCauley with Nugget. Kellen Harrison with Nakita. Delaney Morrison with Nacho. Lana and John Reynolds with Nemo. Dennis Howard with Owen. Gay and Gary Burgess with Oakley. Christy with Oscar. Denise Townsend with Olivia. Talent with Autumn. Sarah Walker with Oso. Roger and Dana Chen with Orwell. Drew Roland with Olsen. William Kessler with Price. Thank you. Pamela Sander with Alba. Kelly McTodd with Mayor. Anne Hennessy with Alan. Christina Castelli with Miss Q. Jane Cardenas with QT. And Quinn with the Southeastern Guide Dogs. Thank you so much.
I'm sorry, I was just gonna pop in because Janet and Lily, one of our guide dog team graduates, came in, and so I want to present her with her certificate.
Well, that concludes the event. Let's all stick around, meet each other, talk, and there's drinks and refreshments, and tour the campus. And thank you all for coming. Appreciate it.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Martha, that's right. Martha, come back up here for just a second. While they're all gathering, the puppy raisers and everyone is all gathering. By the way, I'm Andrea. I work here. If you didn't know me. Martha, you know, you saw the fruits of Martha's work and of her team, and we have someone who would like to recognize Martha for her work. So Dale.
Hi Hi everyone, I'm Dale Flashberg, puppy raiser for the first year of Oakley. And I just want to say thank you to Martha, because Martha has been such a wonderful coordinator of all of us and all of our puppy raisers and breeding and everything. Right? Everyone knows Martha? Yes. Yay! Okay, well, I have something for Martha. And what I'd like to do is, everyone who has a puppy, please come up and see us afterwards, because what we're doing is on the back, we're putting all of the puppies' names on it. So I've only collected a few this morning just because I didn't want Martha to see. So please come and get your name put on. And up here I put, Cora is the K, M, and N. Grace is the L letter. Luna is the O and Q letter. And Katie is the P letter. And then I put Paula here because Paula is going to be our next mommy when she comes, when it's time. When it's time. So anyway, thank you, Martha. Okay, so all of you puppy raisers out there, you need to sign your name on the back of this, okay? Okay, we need a picture, quickly. Yay! Okay, thank you, everyone.
Yeah, Martha, you and Billy need to go out there with the photo too. Again, if you're interested in volunteering, please see Jess, or I believe there is a sign-up sheet in the back for newsletter information. Puppy raisers will come up here and get the special gift from our board. Thank you all for coming. Enjoy all the refreshments courtesy of HEB. There are also, I believe, some dog cookies from one of our newer sponsors and supporters, the Positively Sweet Dog Bakery, which is right around the corner over here on Blanco. They're cute enough for people to eat, but I heard they're not real sweet, so you'll know it, but they have been approved for the dogs to eat. So enjoy, and thank you all so very much for coming and being with us today.